Old Kirk saying, you ain't trading me. The Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus, and reports coming out that Kirk Cousins, even though the Vikings are 1-4 and might want to ship him out, or he's saying, "No way in hell, I ain't waiving my trade clause."
Not interested, as our friend Sneaky Joe once told a dame here in town. Before we get into that, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Like, we are just this far away from 10K. You've seen the giveaways. You got the giveaways ready or not?
No, I don't.
They're awesome. They're amazing. There they are. They're right there. Boom. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you hashtag 10K in the comments for a chance to win this. To get the Addison autograph mini helmet, you definitely have to be a YouTube member. So do that and then do the hashtag 10K. But let's talk about it. Kirk Cousins, you know, he got the question this week as far as, hey, would you be willing to waive your no trade clause? And he got a little testy. Usually we don't see Kirk Cousins get testy on that, but it's definitely a topic. But now it's saying that he's not going to do it.
Not interested. Adam Schefter does report, though, that it would take a perfect storm to conjure a scenario that would result in the Vikings cashing out on their season and trading Cousins. And to me, I've seen this float around, but his wife, Julie, is from Atlanta. Maybe that's the team that could be interested that would actually make Cousins waive it. And I think this all kind of depends, too, like what happens tomorrow against the Bears. Like, if you lose against the Bears, maybe this triggers something else in Kirk. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, first, let's look at this from Kirk Cousins' standpoint. He's 35 years old. He's in the last year of his contract. He's on a team and an offense where he will put up big-ass numbers, regardless if they're 1-16 or 16-1. And he's proven that because he's third in yards in the season, and he's first in passing touchdowns in the NFL. So from Kirk Cousins' standpoint, he's in a very comfortable situation. He's still going to get a big-ass contract next year, whether it's the Vikings, whether it's somebody else. So why not stand pat, light up the stat sheet, and get a big old payday? Like, that's the way I see it from his angle.
And I also think for him to move, I think the team that would be offering a trade would also have to have a contract extension for Kirk in the works, ready to go to extend him, get him there. I mean, he's 35 years old. We've seen Brady play to 40. Does Kirk have 5 years left in him?
He's got a good 3 to 4 very good years in him.
And I don't know. It's interesting. And you mentioned, he could sit here and pad his stats to get a fatter deal, but I think any team already knows what Kirk Cousins is, and he's an accurate, productive quarterback. He's not overly mobile, but he will put up yards. He will put up touchdowns, and he's a guy with a team that is truly a quarterback away. Kirk Cousins definitely will have some interest.
I don't like the way you say mobile.
Mobile.
You say the I part way too. You put a lot of effort in that.
I did this time.
Kirk Cousins is also a guy that knows. He regardless, as far as when it comes to padding stats, it's not so much that contracts. It's just like, he's getting into some territory where he's putting up some pretty big numbers as far as the all-time greats. And I think deep down, Kirk Cousins might be an aw shucks type of guy, but he likes it. He likes it. So sitting here knowing that he could throw for 30 to 40 touchdowns and a shit ton of yards, I think that goes a long way. I think we know Kirk Cousins probably doesn't want to uproot his family all of a sudden out of nowhere. He's a big family guy. So like I said, there's not a reason for him to waive it. But let's look at the reasons why he would waive it.
Yeah, to go to contender, a team that's actually winning games right now and competing. It could be a team in a shit division. I already mentioned Atlanta. NFC South is ass. Maybe that's the team that could, be. But I think that has to be the thing, like a team that's competing that wants Kirk Cousins to be the missing piece to push him over the edge.
Yeah, I think it would. And Atlanta's been a team that's been mentioned with Kirk Cousins even for the last handful of weeks. But I think it'd have to take even more than that. I think it'd have to take one of these big boy teams like the Dolphins, Chiefs, like one of these quarterbacks to go down and get hurt for it to happen. And I think it would have to happen like right at the trade deadline. I think you'd want to wait as long as possible. And it'd have to be almost a sure thing where the Falcons are like, all right, fine, they can compete in their division, whatever. But it's probably not going to go that far with him. So it would have to be like the Dolphins just keeps just going bing, 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 bing. Like Tua would have to go down because they're good.
Yeah, if there's an injury, I mean that's the thing. But I mean, Kirk holds all the power here. Like he can say no, I'm staying. He's got the no trade clause, and he holds the cards, as they say.
He holds the cards, but as of now, those cards are saying, I don't think so. Kiss my dripper.
Kiss my dripper. That's what my grandma used to always say.
No, she didn't. All right, there you have it. Let us know. Do you want Kirk to waive the thing? Do you not? And we didn't even talk about compensation, but I wouldn't even be able to guess what Kirk Cousins would get in the trade market.
It's interesting. I mean, 35-year-old quarterback. I don't know. I mean, Vikings. I mean, they could definitely stand tough and wait for something good. But I mean, if it's truly like the difference for a Super Bowl,
they would pony up. But you got to look.
You might get a nice package.
Story picks that we would get for losing him. I mean, you got to take that into equation. But if I had to put your life on it. Which I never would. I would say he's going to be a Viking for the rest of the year.
I agree 100%. All right, let us know in the comments what you guys think. Cousins staying, going. Is he going to just hold on tight to that no trade clause? Let us know in the comments. Remember this, the Olympic gold medal is actually only 1.34% gold. The rest is 92.5% silver and 6.16% copper. It's bullshit.
Are you kidding?